All right, NXT. Let's talk about it. Before I talk about the matches, let me just get all of the talking points out of the way real quick. So, first talking point, you had Ilya Dragunov talking to Noam Dar after uh, acknowledging Trick Williams, saying that Trick Williams really impressed him and everything like that. And Noam Dar says that, oh man, you're crying or whatever. Ilya Dragunov is about to fight Metaphor, but then instead they make it a match for next week. And instead of Noam Dar, it's going to be Oil Mesa versus Ilya Dragunov. That match should be pretty good. You had Tyler Bate talking about his opponents in the GHI. He talked about asking how he's a great performer, how Charlie Dempsey is even more dangerous after a loss. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And that Butch, aka Pete Dunne, is his greatest friend slash greatest rival in WWE. You had Carmelo Hayes coming backstage talking with the family about all three of them being champions. Then in comes the Street Profits. Uh, Street Profits, in an indirect way, talk about challenging the family for the NXT Tag Team titles. While they're talking, four women start brawling backstage. Then you have, uh, let me see, make sure I go over everything real quick. GHI, Dempsey, no, okay, Tyler Bear, I tell that. You had uh, Chase U University, where they are talking about Duke Hudson winning the title and what he winning the tournament and what he needs to do. In comes Thea Hill, who's visibly upset. She misses the class, and Hudson is stuck in his weird position where he's like trying to defend Thea, but also trying to side with Chase. And Chase is like, "Oh, we're going to practice so Duke can win." And Thea's just like, "You know what? I'm out. I'm not doing this with you guys." And she leaves with JCJ. Jay Z lyric, once a good girl goes bad, it's nothing you can do. So, interested to see where that tag team could lead. And why would anybody form a tag team with JCJ when she just left a Timberland boot print on Gigi Dolin's face? Like, make it make sense. Like, who would even fall for that? Like, let's be serious. But wrestling. Okay, let me just make sure I went. Oh yeah, Von Wagner challenges Braun Breaker to a tables slash no disqualification match next week. Uh, Braun Corbin is cutting a promo, and he's interrupted by Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker says, "Was my thank you for helping you out in your match. Don't get involved in my match or whatever." So this is probably leading to a three-way between Wagner, Corbin, and Braun somewhere down the line. Uh, then you had Dragon Lee and Mustafa Ali arguing over who's going to fight Dominic for the NXT title. And Mustafa, he says, "Look, you've had chance to defeat Dominic. You failed. Why not let me step up?" And then you had Dominic and Rhea talking to the camera saying that they're going to sort out is going to be Mustafa versus Dragon Lee, but with Dirty Dom as the special referee. That's going to be well. Um, I I think I know where that's going to go, but who knows? They might throw a little bit of a curveball. You had Wesley in the desert clearing his mind, talking about how he's not done with Carmelo. Said he's going to be back refocused. Uh, that one, see, make sure you had the Humberto and Angel Garcia kind of this promo where Garcia wakes up with a scratch on his chest, and so does Humberto, and talking about how they're done with Los Stars. They're going to be more into their grandfather's culture. They're going to be they got the scratch on their thing because they took away from their heritage or something. So you're going to get them with a rebranding. That they're talented guys. They should be pretty good. Depending on certain stuff. Let's see. I think I went over all the talking points. Show ends with Carmelo Hayes walking in to Shawn Michaels and saying, "Hey, we need to talk." So uh, speaking of that, beforehand you had Carmelo talking to Trick, talking about how asking him if he thinks he can beat Ilya Dragunov. And Trick says to him, I don't think. And then Carmelo just storms off, and it cuts to Trick, and Trick is like, I don't think you can. I know you can. So weird cut, but okay. I don't know. But anyway, let's talk about. Let me just make sure. Let's talk about the wrestling on here. So first match, you had the Creed brothers defeating the Dyad. Just look, the Perk brothers, Perk Angle brothers, the Creed brothers. These guys need to be stopped. Intense shows of strength, both guys. So Julius, he's isolated because Brutus had got taken to the back by the other Schism member. So he has one guy in an ankle lock, and then he takes the other guy with one hand and powerbombs him. And even Booker T was like, man, what? I know you guys seen the clips online, but just crazy scream. Brutus comes back toward the end of the match, throwing Schism members, ripping the cage door off, beating both of the Dyad members with the steel cage door. Julius puts up both of the Dyad members on his shoulders in the uh, doomsday position. Brutus hits the Brutus ball, double clothesline. And the Creed brothers are back in NXT thanks to their win over the Dyad. Joe Gacy looked at Ava Rain like, oh, yeah, there will be some changes around here. Or maybe I'm just reading more into it. But yeah, the Creed brothers are back in NXT. First match in the Global Heritage Invitational. Butch defeats Charlie Dempsey. Finger snap into the bitter end. Short, quick, technical, where they're trading joint manipulations. I enjoyed it for what it was. Then you had, I already talked about Ilya Dragunov. Then you had Dana Brooke and Kiana. Well, Electra Lopez and Lola Vice defeated Dana Brooke and Kiana Jordan. They threw Dana Brooke into the steel steps, and that allowed a double team on Jordan, a heart attack / kick type of thing, and Dana Brooke is uber pissed on the outside. After taking another loss, that's going to come to a boiling head against Jordan somewhere down the line. We had Donovan Dijak versus Eddie Thorpe. Dijak won. He took a belt. I forgot where he got that belt from. He took a belt right on his hand while Thorpe was coming in for a dive. He clocked him, then did the spinning pump kick. Dijak wins 1, 2, 3. I enjoyed this a lot. Hard hitting match, man. I'm talking about this had some grudge match stuff tied to it. I know these guys have already had a few, but I haven't seen this one. This is really like that first match I've seen with them. So I know this is going to not be the end. Can't wait to see this match at No Mercy, see where they take it. Then you had another global invitational match. Joe Coffey defeated Nathan Frazier. Point of the match, Nathan Frazier. Like I don't understand how this happened because he like got his neck caught on the ropes. Like I don't know if you trying to like duck up underneath and like do like that cool like hit the second rope and then come up and like just hit his neck on the ropes or the rope got loose. It was just nasty the way his neck snapped on that top rope. So in the match come, Nathan Frazier tries to go for the Phoenix Splash. He lands on his feet. Joe Coffey hits him with a discus lariat, aka the good to the last bell. I think that is it. Good to the last bell, all the bell. Anyway, Joe Coffey wins on Nathan Frazier, gets scoring 2 points. And Nathan Frazier continues his downfall troubles in the Heritage Cup. Then you had Kiana James defeating Gigi Dolin, Blair Davenport, Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez, man, we've seen a lot of character change and development, especially that promo she cut where she talked about how she respects people, but she's also going to be willing to step over people to get what she wants. You can see it in demeanor. She's hitting the pot rocks on people like left and right. That was a pot rock she hit on telemarketer. Pot rock she hit on Gigi Dolin on the outside, where like she was setting up for pot rock, and it comes Blair Davenport, who hits her with a stiff kick, 2 for 1. In the match comes Kiana James just sneaks in after uh, Roxanne hits the pot rocks on Blair Davenport. Blair falls out, and then uh, Gigi, she's about to set up for pot rocks again. In comes Kiana. Kiana hits Roxanne with like a spinning like driver type of thing, and then hits Gigi Dolin with like a heat. What is it? Was that right move called the heat wave or heart something? Basically like a one knee code breaker, but a little bit shorter or whatever. It's like a net breaker also. But anyway, she hit that on Gigi Dolin and pinned Gigi to become #1 contender uh, for the NXT Women's title to face Tiffany Stratton next week. So uh, I think that match should be pretty good. Tiffany Stratton, obviously, they have something with her, with the look, the talking. Uh, Barbie's really hot right now. The movie, the toy. The match should be interesting. I don't see Tiffany Stratton losing, but I don't see the match also being horrible. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna catch you guys later, and AEW Dynamite tonight. So I'm gonna see you guys there. Anyway, peace out. Tell me what you guys thought about NXT this week. Favorite match? Um, I would say favorite match. But. Sorry, my mouth's kind of dry. But Butch. I can't say it. Versus Charlie Dempsey. My favorite match of the night. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace out.